5 labs, 5 philosophies, 1 race. Right now, the biggest AI companies on Earth are fighting a war that looks exactly like the Five Kage Summit from Naruto. Each village has its own jutsu, its own kage, its own reason to fight. And just like in the anime, not everyone is going to survive. This is the AI arms race of 2026, explained with Naruto. Here's what you need to know. There are 5 labs that matter right now: OpenAI, Anthropic, Google DeepMind, Meta, and Alibaba. Each one has raised billions. Each one has a frontier model. And each one has a completely different strategy for winning. The interesting part isn't who's ahead on the benchmarks. It's why they fight differently, what their philosophy is, what they're willing to sacrifice to win. And Naruto already mapped out every one of these strategies decades ago. OpenAI is Konoha, the hidden leaf, the biggest village, the most famous ninjas, and the most political drama. They started it all. GPT-2 was the first spark. GPT-3 was the moment the world realized AI was real. GPT-4 was the Sage Mode upgrade. And GPT 5.4? That's the current Hokage. It scored 83% on GDeepVal, a benchmark that tests AI against human professionals in 44 real jobs. $20 billion in annual revenue. The largest consumer AI product in history. ChatGPT has more daily users than most countries have citizens. But here's the thing about Konoha. It's messy. The board coup of November 2023? That was the Danzo arc. Sam Altman got fired by his own board on a Friday. By Monday, 95% of employees threatened to leave. By Wednesday, he was back. An entire shadow government tried to take control of the village. And just like in Naruto, the village survived. But the scars never fully healed. Ilya's Suitskever left. Key researchers scattered. The trust was cracked. OpenAI's jutsu is speed. Ship fast. Ship first. Don't wait for perfect. They move like Minato, the yellow flash. The fastest Hokage who ever lived. By the time you've finished analyzing their last model, they've already dropped the next one. GPT-5, GPT 5.2, GPT 5.4, all in the span of months. Nobody else ships that fast. That's the hidden leaf way. Anthropic is the lab that was born from betrayal. Dario and Daniela Amade worked at OpenAI. They were senior. They had influence. And in 2021, they walked away. They thought safety wasn't being taken seriously enough. That OpenAI was moving too fast. That's the Itachi move. Leave the village you love. Take the knowledge. Build something on your own terms, even if nobody understands why you left. Their jutsu is precision. Claude doesn't try to be everything to everyone. It tries to do things right. And it's working. In the enterprise market, Claude now captures 32% of the API market, more than OpenAI's GPT-4o at 25%. The quiet ninja who never trash talks, but wins every mission. No hype, no viral tweets, just results, quarter after quarter. And then there's Mythos, the model that changed everything. Anthropic built an AI that autonomously discovered thousands of zero-day vulnerabilities in every major operating system. Windows, macOS, Linux, every major browser. Over 99% of what it found hasn't been patched yet. The Byakugan, 360-degree vision that sees every weakness in every system. And then Anthropic did something nobody expected. They refused to release it. They launched Project Glasswing instead. That's the heaviest flex in AI right now. We have a weapon we won't use. That's Itachi energy. Google DeepMind is the oldest lineage. Google Brain was doing neural networks in 2011. DeepMind was beating humans at Go in 2016. They've been in this fight longer than anyone. They're the Senju clan. They literally built the infrastructure everyone else uses. TensorFlow, TPUs, and the transformer paper itself, attention is all you need, came from Google. Every model you've ever used, GPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, all of them are built on Google's foundation. Gemini 3.1 Pro is their current weapon. 750 million users. Highest score on GPQA Diamond at 94.3%. The cheapest frontier model per token. And because it's Google, Gemini lives inside everything. Gmail, Drive, Search, Maps, Android. 2 billion devices have access to their jutsu. Their weakness? Bureaucracy. Google has so many stakeholders, so many product teams, so many layers of approval, that by the time they ship a feature, OpenAI has already released 2 versions of the same thing. They move like a Kage who has to consult 12 advisors before throwing a single punch. Raw power, unlimited resources, but agonizingly slow to act. Meta's Nindo, their ninja way, was open source. Llama was the jutsu scroll they gave to the entire world. Free, no restrictions, 400 million downloads, 100,000 community variants. Developers in every country on Earth building on Meta's work. They said, AI should be free. For everyone. That's the most Naruto thing any tech company has ever done. Then Muse Spark happened. Their newest model. Built by Alexander Wang after Mark Zuckerberg spent $14 billion to recruit him. And Muse Spark is proprietary. Closed. Behind a wall. Suddenly the village that shared everything with the world stopped sharing. This is the identity crisis arc. Meta spent $40 billion on AI infrastructure this year. They can't afford to give everything away anymore. Can you abandon your Nindo and still be yourself? Can you break your own promise and call it growth? Naruto would say no. But Naruto never had shareholders. The lab nobody in the West saw coming. 2 weeks ago, a video AI model appeared on the artificial analysis leaderboard. No name, no logo, no company page, just raw output. It hit number 1 in text to video, number 1 in image to video, beat second place by 106 yellow points. Then Alibaba pulled off the mask. A new unit called Token Hub, built in complete secrecy. The model's name? Happy Horse. And it's still in beta. China's AI ecosystem operates on different rules, different training data, different scale. And there are probably 10 more models like this in development right now. Labs you've never heard of. The village hidden in mist. You can't fight what you can't see. So here's where we are. 5 villages. 5 Kage. Each one has something the others don't. OpenAI has speed. Anthropic has discipline. Google has infrastructure. Meta has community. And Alibaba has stealth. In Naruto, the 5 Kage had to set aside their differences to fight Madara. A threat so massive that no single village could handle it alone. That threat in the AI world? It's AGI. Nobody knows exactly when it arrives. But every lab is racing to build it. And every lab believes the others can't be trusted with it. The 4th Great Ninja War didn't end the way anyone expected. The real enemy wasn't Madara. It was the system itself. The cycle of hatred, of competition, of hoarding power instead of sharing it. Sound familiar? 5 villages. 1 war. No clear winner yet. The only question that matters is the one Naruto asked from the very beginning. Can you break the cycle? Or does the cycle break you? Pick your village in the comments. I actually read them. And subscribe, because this war is just getting started.